All right, now I'm gonna try to get the phone down in there to video this. I made this tool, old screwdriver Bennett, it's a long one, and you want to push that cover in the back there. See it? This cover right here. That black cover. I'll get to it. Push that out of the way and keep it pried back. Two hands are actually pretty good with this job. This job is not easy, it sucks. Okay, so you're gonna push that cover right there back with your tool, and once you get it back, now I reached in behind the bracket, and here's the cable, see it? You gotta grab a hold of that and pull it to the passenger side, and your top gate will open. Then you can fix this bass catcher once and for all. But there it is, okay? But the black plastic thing, this cover here, is prying against the back of my hand, and it hurts like a mother effer. So anywho, that's all you got to do right there. Pull that to the side and it'll open. I'll show you here in a minute in the next part of the video. All right, now what we're going to do is, you saw the little piece that I was wiggling, the end of the cable. We're going to clamp onto that with a pair of vice grips, needle nose vice grips. And once we clamp onto that, then we can pull it over to the left and open the gate. And I'll show you that in a minute. The reason I'm doing this video on this 2005 LR3 is because everybody online showing how to get the back gate open when the clip breaks on the cable, and nobody will dig in. They just show you about popping this cover or showing you how it's done with the gate already open. Well, the problem is when the gate's shut, you can't do it when if it's not open. You got to do it when it's closed. So you pull this again, recap, and now I'm going to show you. The vice grips have a hold of the cable. I lifted it up. This is let's see if I can show you. See that? There's the cable end. Now I can't focus it because it's too close. But anyhow, I'm going to pull it to the left and it'll pop open. Listen, you might hear it. There it is. There you go. All you got to do is just slightly pull it over and it pops right open. So that's it, folks. Now I can drop this tailgate here. Okay. And dig into it. Good luck. That's how you do it. Pull the black plastic cover off the back of the latch actuator gig and pull that off there. Reach in there. Your cable's probably flopping. If it's not, then make yourself up a tool like this and stick it in that little hole that I showed you, and you can push the actuator. But chances are the cable's out of it, and you got to do is just grab it, pull it over just a little bit, and hit the top glass with your hand. Done. All right, now I can show you better now that we got the gate open. This is the black plastic cover you push away. And then you reach in the back side and you'll feel this cable that I'm clamped onto here. You'll feel that cable flopping in the wind in there. Get your vice grips on it. It's in behind there, okay? And you get your vice grips on it and pull it that way, towards the passenger side. And it'll pop right open. There you go. Now you can get to it and do what you got to do. Pull that bolt out, pull it out, put a new clip on the cable, and you're good to go. All right, now that we've got the actuator apart, this is the black cover. I wanted to share this with you. And you can see the cable in there just flopping around. See that silver thing down there? It's not in where it's supposed to be. So you want to get that out of there. You got to take all the water seal off. Take the clip off right here. We'll do that one-handed. And you don't have to take the bolts all the way out. There's two bolts, one there and one there, that hold it on. Hold on a second, I'll be right with you. All right, now that we've removed this clip, and it's just electric. It's so weird. Anyhow, pull this up out. Okay, and that's the cover I was telling you about. And you can see in there the cable, and it's not connected to the actuator. So we're going to reconnect that and put her back together. But it doesn't do a bit of good to have someone show you how to get your gate open when it won't open. Gets on my nerves. You got to do the video repair while you're caught in a rock in a hard place, which means I can't get my gate open. What do I do? And then they show you how to do it with the gate dropped already. That doesn't make any sense. Pull this cover off from up underneath here. Pry it up, get in there, push this cover back, reach in there, get that cable up so you can clamp onto it up here with a pair of vice grips, channel locks, and push that way a little bit and it'll open right up. That's it. Alright, you'll need a T10 Torx. Take these two screws out, right there, out of that cover. Now you can see the cable. I pushed it up, clamped onto it, and you can see that it's out of the actuator. So we're going to fix it, come back. Alright guys, here's the finished product. You can go get the clip, you snap this back in, the cable back in, and then there's a clip that goes on top of this to hold that down in there on some of them. The other ones, the cable end will poke through that hole right there. It's L-shaped. That solid piece is L-shaped, and then that clip's supposed to keep in there. But if that piece snaps off, then that's what'll happen. What I do, and I've done this many, many times on these, is I wrap a tie wrap around here, put a tie wrap in it before I tighten it up, put two to that, make a loop, and tighten it up in here. That'll never come off. I've never had one come off. And before you put it back together, take that and spray some oil down in that cable so that it works well. And I use PB Blaster on it. Works real good. But we'll plug it in and you'll see it work. Here's the test. As you can see by the dirt here, this has not been opened in a while, and people get really agitated with that. But this is a really clean truck. Anywho, we're going to test it out. And the best way of testing it is with the cover already off it. Okay, so you can get to it if there's a problem, which there won't be. Gotta have confidence in your work. Alright, gotta have confidence in your work. Watch this now. Reach under here. Bammo. Actuator working like a charm. But as I said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know you got to show how to fix it when you're stuck in a rock in a hard place. Now open this up by pushing that button right there. And there's the actuator. We're going to put it back together. That is 10 times better than the broken cable, 10 times better than the clip, because these, as you know, if they're not subject to the sun, tie wraps will do pretty much anything you need them to do forever and ever. So that'll be on here till this truck's no longer on the road, and it's never coming off there. And if you really want to make sure, you can put 2 tie wraps through that loop. I could actually put another one through here and tie it up here on the cable, because you know that slug isn't coming off the cable, so the cable will never pull out of that slug. And you're good.